The Mineral Resources Portfolio Committee says the Department of Mineral Resources has questions to answer in the wake of the deaths of 4 miners at the Sibanye mine in Westonaria. The committee further says action should be taken against shareholders. Although the 4th body of the miner has been located, it's yet to be retrieved and brought to the surface. The search for the 5th miner is still underway. Sibanye says reasons as to why the miners went into the abandoned area is under investigation. Well, for more on our story, the search for the 5th mine worker at a Sibanye mine, we cross to our reporter Lopang Alamu, who is at the Sibanye-Stillwater mine near Westonaria. Lopang, what is happening there at the moment?
Well, Nombu, the situation remains unchanged. The 4th miner's body is yet to be brought to surface, and the search for the 5th miner is still underway. But of course, to talk more about this issue, I've got with me from Noom Peter Bailey to talk more about what exactly is it that the miners experience here, because he's the chairperson of the Health and Safety for the National Union of Mine Workers. Peter, thank you so much for your time. A lot has happened since last night. As you know, we're waiting for the 4th body to be brought to surface, and the search for the 5th miner is still underway. From here, what is it that you have to say from what happened?
Let me first say hi to you and your viewers, and then also convey our sincere condolences to the families. To those that have lost already, your pain is our pain, your suffering is our suffering. To those who are uncertain, we hope to bring finality and certainty to your lives as a matter of urgency. We are obviously very, very upset about this, and we have raised our issues with the management when they gave us a briefing. We had a briefing session with them earlier today. The unfortunate part is that management lives in denial. It's almost a kind of ostrich approach where they bury their heads in the sand and claim not to know how these workers ended up there. And we did make them understand that they must take full responsibility and accountability because the workplace belongs to them, and that they should ensure that they hasten the process of the recovery. What they have said to us about the recovery is that they have seen a body lying somewhere. They're not certain whether, and that's the 4th one now, they're not certain whether the 5th one is in the same vicinity, but they could not pick it up. There's a strong possibility that is also close by there, and when they retrieve the 4th, they will be able to retrieve the 5th. We're hoping, in order to ensure that we have less loss of life, that he is not there but is in an area that is a bit safer, and that he comes out so that he can give us a detailed explanation of what has happened. But there are workers that, one of them is a safety rep, and others are in hospital, that refuse to go there, and we have cautioned management and said nobody is to be questioned without the involvement of the union, because we want to ensure that nobody gets victimized or intimidated, and that the truth must suffice here.
Look, a little bit earlier on, we spoke to the mine management, and they said that there is no one in hospital. So do you understand the contradicting messages that we get from mine management and that we also get from the miners themselves? And also another question is, are you aware of if by any chance these workers were sent to that abandoned area, or did they go of their own accord, or what's the story there?
Look, management gave us a briefing and said they don't know what they are doing there, right? It's an abandoned area according to them. The first question that sprung to mind is, why isn't it cordoned off in line with the legislative requirement? They then said, no, it's a ventilation, it's at the ventilation door. Now, the ventilation door is not a cordoning off of an area. But be that as it may, because we're picking up that they want to reopen that area. Then I asked the question, after hearing from them, that the heat in that area is 40 degrees Celsius. So I asked, okay, if it's 40 degrees, does it mean that you've removed the ventilation? And if you have, how did you allow these people to go in there? They said, no, you misunderstood. there is ventilation. The ventilation is only switched off. It was not switched on. Then there's another version that says the mine overseer wanted to see the shift boss and waited for him and later left the area. Why would he want to see him in an area close to an area that is abandoned? Surely there must have been a boardroom decision that we're going to open this area earlier than we intend to. Please go and check for us, because no shift boss will take a crew. It is the miner that takes a crew. In this instance, it's a shift boss. Shift boss takes 5 people and leads them to their death. It must be an instruction that was given, and the truth shall prevail.
Look, since January, 19 miners have died at this very mine. What do you have to say about that?
No, your statistics are wrong. 45 people have died January to date. And as I speak to you now, I must correct that, because it's now 46. I just got news of another worker that died at Bambanani as a result of a fall of ground in the Free State. So we sit at 46 now. Of the 46, 22 is what Sibanye has contributed to. 20 in the gold sector and 2 in the platinum sector. So it's not 19.
Well, there you have it, Nompu. Peter Bailey from the National Union for Mine Workers saying that there are more than 40 mine workers who have died from January till date, while the mine told us that there were 19. So the representative here tells us that it's more than 40 miners who have died since then. Well, we'll just have to wait. We are told that the minister will only arrive after 5 p.m. So we'll be here and we'll be expecting his arrival. For now, it's back to in studio.
Thanks very much, our reporter Lopang Alamu.